Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am happy to welcome you to Thursday night stamping. So most every Thursday night, I am here with Facebook Live, here to bring you some crafty inspiration, something fun to stamp, and something I started last month and kind of gave it it was my maiden voyage, as it were. It was my trial to see if it's something that you guys would like. I decided to start doing some mystery stamping. So this is what I'm doing once a month, and I can't guarantee you which Thursday it will be, but it will be once a month for Thursday night stamping, and I will always give you the mystery or the clues ahead of time. So I did send these out. Hey, Jolene, welcome from Minnesota. I will give these to you at least a day, maybe 2 days ahead. And my intention is that you can create with these same clues, come up with whatever you want. And I'd love for you to share your projects here with me in this feed, in this thread, as it were. So, Jolene, you are from Minnesota. I wonder if you're having a warm spell like we are. We're having like a major warm spell. Everything is starting to bloom. It definitely feels like spring. But this is what I oftentimes, here in South Central Texas, we often get what I call fake spring. And then like right before Easter, we'll get like this major cold front. So we'll see, because Easter's a bit late this year. So what I'm doing with my mystery stamping tonight, these are the parameters. So I have a card base, colored card base, so that's the stipulations. And then I have a 5 1/4 by 4 matching piece of cardstock. So that's pretty straightforward, and I'll show you the ones that I'm going to use tonight. So I'm going to be using Bubble Bath. There's my card base, and there is my card layer. These are pretty standard for what we do with our handmade cards. When you're making a card from scratch, not from a kit, these are elements that we often use. Then I have a 4 by 2 1/4 piece of designer series paper, 2 images or dies, a greeting tag, and then embellishments and or ribbon of choice, whatever else you want to add on there. So let me show you a couple that I've already done, and then I'm going to demonstrate one and show you kind of what I think is a cool technique that you may or may not have enjoyed. Where'd my third? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I want to start with this card here, and I'm using the paper that is part of Candy's Card Club this month. Card Club registration is open through the 12th, and I'm using this bundle, and I'm using this set of papers. So I just thought I like to give my club members an extra ideas for using their project packet. And so this is my ideas for tonight, and I will share these. I'll have all of these photographed and up on my blog. So here is my standard card base. Here is my layer, and this is Azure Afternoon. I did run this through the new Lovely Stripes embossing folder. It's a very heavy 3D embossing folder, and I like it a lot. Then I was meant to have 2 images or dies. So for me, my extra die is the layer here in Shy Shamrock. And then this little outline piece here, that's actually a die. I did a little bit of stamping. And then there's my greeting tag. I counted that all as one. And then I did add a couple of these embellishments. And I'm going to be using these tonight. These are, I believe, these are Sparkle Dot Essentials. I believe this is from the online exclusives. I think they actually might coordinate with the paper I'm using tonight because they have the same name. So, let's see. Then I also took the same paper And this is my piece of 4 by 2 1/4. There's my greeting tag. There's my two die cuts. And there's my little embellishments. So these little dots. And this is what I want to show you tonight, is how to create this little popped up piece. I think it's really cool. So then I also did this one. So these are all from the, I think it's called Sparkle. I don't even have the name of it under here. It's the new Sparkle paper. I'll show you in a second. So here is another version. This one does not pop this up. This one I did with the textured notes dies are actually in the last chance list, and they're on sale. So if you don't have these kind of fancy rectangle dies, I would encourage you to go to my online store, shopwithcandy.com, and grab them while you can. So I'm going to be using some of these little guys tonight, and I'll show you why. So we've been prepping for Card Club, and we have this piece on some of the cards. So let me just show you quickly the cards for Club, and then I'm going to make this bubble bath one tonight. So these are the cards for Candy's Card Club, and you can see that I've created a lot of these, which means I have a lot of those little a lot of white tulips. But now these are stamped, and this is all, so this is what you get with Candy's Card Club. You get packets for all of these. So you can see where I'm taking some of those white tulips, and we're coloring them with some, with our blending brushes. So they're super fun. All of these 8 card packets you get with Candy's Card Club, and you get PDF tutorials for these. I always give you at least one set of 2 fun folds. So this is the fun folds this is the March kit for Candy's Card Club. And then you get a half a pack of this paper. Now, typically for my Card Club and for any of my classes where you get a half a pack of paper, typically I'm cutting it in half. This month, because of the kind of paper it is, I'm actually going to leave it. I'm going to give you a half a pack, which means 1 sheet of each design, but I'm not going to cut it in half. And I'll show you why. So these are the pieces that you get with Club. And this is Sparkle, Simply Sparkle, maybe. I can't remember the name, but I love it. I don't even have a full sheet of this one, but these are the full sheets that you get with Card Club this month. And they're just bright and they're pretty. And I love the fact that you get silver and gold. Now let me show you the B side, as it were. There we go. I mean, still lots of color, watercolor wash, backgrounds, these fun shapes. I mean, this is bright, happy paper. There's a lot to love here, but you can see, I was like, well, you know, if I cut it down the middle, you know, you're going to end up losing some of these elements, the design elements in the paper. So I thought, I'm just going to give you an entire sheet this month and not cut down the middle. Like, let me show you this piece here. This piece is really interesting. And so how would you know, if you cut that down the middle, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was going to be fair to some folks. So I have, where did my little white tulip piece go? Ah, here we go. So what's fun is you can see how when you take this die, you can just, whatever piece you put behind it is just a lot of fun. So you can do this. I chose to do a couple of designs with this piece, but you can see how a lot of these, it's a fun die to work with. I'm so pleased that I chose this for Card Club this month. And okay, so that is showing you that. Let's get busy with the card design for tonight. So I'm going to show you how to run it through your cut and emboss machine, but I went ahead and stamped this because I didn't want to have to run it through the machine, the die cutting machine, and do heat embossing both on camera. That was a little bit much for me. So there you have it. And I have like this is just, I picked up a few. I have a gazillion of these little white tulips. And this is the little outline piece, kind of the, gives you some dimension, some definition, I should say. I think I'm probably going to put this here. And I might add this or not. We'll see. So let's get cracking on this kind of interesting technique, as it were. So here is my 5 1/4 by 4 piece of paper, cardstock, bubble bath. And this is my 4 by 2 1/4. So I am going to do it about like there, because instead of doing a fancy rectangle, I'm actually going to do it with one of the arches and see how it comes out. We are doing this on live TV. We'll see how it comes out. I do like to do what a lot of people call stamping on the fly. I like to design on camera. So I do have some ideas about where I'm going to go, and I'm just going to put this one down the middle. I think on my others I might have done it like at the 1/3 mark or something. And I'm going to use this one here. And let's run it through. I could have done this off camera, but I wanted you to see. Hello there, Lynn. Welcome, welcome. I wanted you to see how this works. Now let's see if I can do this without knocking over everything up here. We'll see. Okay. Cut and emboss here. And, you know, my plates are really well loved, but as long as they keep giving me good, cuts and they're not marring anything, then I'm going to be happy. Now, I'm going to bring it through, and you'll see it come through on the other end in all of its glory. So this is just the Everyday Arches dies. I did see... I think that the stamps that went with it are finally starting to sell out, may have already, but the dies are really to die for. I actually used the bundle for Candy's Card Club when the Everyday Arches first came out, which was sometime in 2025. So let me pull this here just so you can see exactly the way this is going to work. So let's pull that here. And there we go. Okay. Now, if you are, be sure to spread the news about my mystery stamping. I would love to see your projects. This is not just for me. This is intended for you to have a place to be inspired and use my mystery, use my clues, and come up with your own card. Hey, Corinne, I'm so glad you're here. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop this out, and I have that little window, and that is going to allow me to create some really fun dimension. So let me go ahead and pop this down first. And again, this is just our standard kind of 5 1/4 by 4. Our standard 5 1/4 by 4 piece of cardstock, and this is in bubble bath. And I put a 4 by 2 1/4 piece of designer paper on top, and then ran it through. Now this, I need some mega, like a lot of dimensionals. Let's see. Here we go. I say a lot. You don't need a ton. It's just really the same that you would do on a typical layer or a typical die cut. So I will do it like so. And thank you for sharing, Corinne. I tell you, I would love for you to make something with these clues and come up with a mystery card. You can use anything you want on this. I'm using the elements that my card club members get this month. So that is there. Don't you think that's kind of a cool look? I like it a lot. Now, just to show you my reference, so these are the ones I had done previously earlier today, and they are using the Textured Notes dies. This one is the Everyday Arches. All of these are with the same designer paper. Can you believe it? It's really fun paper. Now, here is my label, and I thought that that would look pretty sweet right there. So let's go ahead. Now, this particular label is part of the Sunshine and Tulips Bundle. It has a lot of great elements to it. So this, let's see, let's pop that right there like so. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Now, let's see what we can do with some of these. Now, I have a couple of options here. I do like the white. I would probably bring it down a wee bit. But I thought, well, this Berry Burst, let's try adding a little bit of color and see if we like that. See what we think. Move this. And I think just a hint. You know, that's what's fun about these, is you can just add a little bit of color. Now that may not be enough. It may just be too light. Oh, I kind of like it. I do kind of like it. Now let's just try adding more and seeing if we like that better or if that's too much. I might, let me grab my, here we go, take your pick. I need to pick that up. Now you see there, I feel like it's maybe too much. Well, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to have you guys decide, help me pick. Do we like the white? Now we could layer these on top of each other. That's kind of cool. Now the other option we have is, and I'll put these here so you can see them better. We can add the little petal definition like so, or we can add petal definition like so. So we could do something like that. I think it's too dark. I think I like the white. I like that really. I almost think I like it without the, I think I like it off to the side or kind of angled. Now I could, y'all help me here. I'd love to hear a vote. Now here we go. We could do it like so. And I know that silver is probably really glaring in the camera. Or I could put them over here and not even put one there. So you guys tell me what you're thinking. I kind of like that. Oh, now we could do this and this. Gonna have it raining tulips. I don't hear anybody weighing in on this with me. Well, I think I might just go down to 1. I know that my mystery says you use 2, but I might just use 1 and call it a day. I don't think I need any more ink, so let's see how we get on here. So if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. I'm happy with that. I'm going to pop this down. I'll just use a bit of glue. I was looking for a mini glue dot. So if you are not yet a member of Candy's Card Club, I want to invite you to join us. You get the best rate as a club member, and you can unsubscribe at any time. But you do get a nice goodie package when you have been a member for 6 consecutive months. Oh, I'm spitting on my card. That's not very nice. Registration is through the 12th of this month. You know what I think this needs? I do know what this needs. I love this little stamp. So this is the stamp set. I think it needs something. So my first two, I used a totally different set of dies. Now this is already stuck down. So let's see how, I wonder if I should do that in Pretty in Pink, subtle, or if I should do it bold with Berry Burst. So what we're going to do is, let me grab a scrap. I often have scraps lying around. I don't know about you. Okay, so Corinne, you would use 2 flowers. Your camera seems far away. Okay, let me see if I can bring that down a bit more. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I had to raise it up enough to get the cut and emboss in there. So thank you for speaking up. Okay. Now I'm going to try this on here, and then we're going to make a decision about these die cut images. We're going to try it, I think, first of all, tone on tone. Actually, I'm going to try Pretty in Pink on Bubble Bath because then it will give a little bit darker. So let's try this. There it is in Pretty in Pink. Ooh, that was speckly on my ink pad. Let's try it with Berry Burst. Oh, I think I like that. So let's try that, and then we're going to see about adding that second flower. We're living dangerously because this is already on the card front, so everything's already stuck down. Woohoo! Okay, I do like it. And let's see if we can get that second flower on there. Let's see how we can put it. Now here's the one that is, oh. Now what we could do, okay, everybody's telling me we need 2 flowers. This one, we're going to put another flower there. I've got plenty of these, so I'm thinking maybe, let's see if we can do it like that. What do y'all think? Kind of angle them towards each other where they're kind of kissing, and then we have this down here, and then I think it needs a little bow. On my original, even adding the gems, I think it's going to need a little bow or something. So I just saw my, here was exactly what I need. This is what I want. With these little die cuts, I find this is the easiest way to stick them down. Thank you very much for the design input. This is something that I love about designing on camera, is I love hearing what other people have to share. You know, when I first started stamping, my daughter was still living at home. She was in college, and boy, we were design partners. We constantly keyed off of each other. And boy, when she was getting married, I'm like, man, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? So now here, and then let's bring one of these up here and another one over here. But I think we're still going to need a little bit of ribbon I think it's coming together. And just as a reminder, this is mystery stamping, so these are my clues. And the first, I did 1, 2, 3, all using the same designer series paper and the same bundle. Now this one, it needs a little finishing, and I can't find, I have an open ribbon. Oh, Deborah, you saying with the frames. Okay, let's try that. Then I need to pop this off. Okay, let's try this. Now, I will tell you the best way to do these little guys. And again, I have quite a few because we were prepping for club. So you are going to want your silicone mat and just a little dab of liquid glue. And then I'm just going to kind of dip it in there just a wee bit. I know some people would use a sponge. I don't have one handy. Oh, look at there. That's good call. Good call, Deborah. I like it. I like it a lot. It was just a little bit too plain. So that's one thing is, you know, I think this paper has kind of a clean look to it. And so do these tulips. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better. Now, I do think we're going to add a little bit of ribbon on the side here. So this is the bubble bath ribbon. So this is what comes with your card club. I am using different gems because I chose a piece of paper that has the silver, and the gems that come with the club packet this month are clear and gold. So I thought they wouldn't quite work. Okay, and this is a faux linen. It's a 1/8 inch ribbon, and I tend to like a skinny ribbon because I find that I can do more with it than, you know, the chunky ribbons I like, but you have to be, you know, a little bit more spare with them. So let's grab this. And I will tell you, other than when I'm doing a craft along, I do prefer and endeavor to do my Thursday night stamping in just 30 minutes. Oh, that does kind of finish it off, I think. I could do this, but I think it needs it just at the bottom, at the side. You guys tell me what you think. I've got one more little design need. I can either do this at the top. You get a long look here, or we could do it over here on the side and bring a little bit more balance this way. So you guys tell me what you think, and I need to put my gem back on because I forgot it. I think instead of putting it at the bottom of the flower, oh, I think that one's not going to come off those flowers. Here we go. Let's see if we can take one more and maybe put it down below the flowers. Oh yeah, I like that better. Okay, I'm waiting for anybody. First up is going to give me a vote. We're either putting this on the side or here at the top. Just a sweet little simple bow at the top. Okay, thank you, Beth. And I think it just kind of brings a little bit of softness because these are kind of clean, simple, bold looks, and I like them. But it just softens it just a wee bit. And let's bring that tail up from behind there. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the design input. That is our mystery solved. Here are our mystery features here. And these are the ones I have also done using the same exact parameters. I was going to show you on this one, there is a sweet little tulip stamp I did in here. And this one, yeah. So you can bring the stamps in there. I do like to bring the images to the inside and sometimes to the envelope. So there you go. 4 very distinct cards using the same bundle and the same papers that are in Candy's Card Club for this month. So if you go to sweetstamper.com, there's a tab for Card Club, and I would invite you to join me in that. You can register through the 12th. And again, I would love for you to share your cards using these clues and show us what you make. It can be with anything you have on hand. I was just using the things for my club members because this gives them 4 additional designs on top of the 8 that they're already making with Card Club. And I do 8 separate designs. So I know some people do 2 each of 4, but I do 8 different ones. With this, that means there are 12. Pretty nice. There's a gem on my mat. I think it's probably this one. Thank you, Corinne. You've always got my back. I appreciate that so much. That is it for today. I will have all of these photos in my email news tomorrow and also on my blog. Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to join Candy's Card Club. Take care and God bless.